Back with us today on Morning Blend is Sally Babbitt, attorney Sally Babbitt Law. Sal, I gotta guess that you're getting the same questions all the time when someone has lost a loved one. What are the most common questions you get from loved ones when their family member passes away?
Oh, that's pretty easy. The first question, the most common question I get is mom or dad or whoever's passed away, they had a will, so does that mean I don't need to do probate?
Yeah.
And the second question is, what do I do now?
Okay, well, so having a will is not going to keep you out of probate court?
You know, it doesn't. In fact, the statute requires that anyone in possession of a will upon somebody's death is required to file it with the court, even if a probate estate doesn't need to be opened. But what determines whether or not you need to open a probate estate is really based on the composition of the assets, how they're titled, and what their total value is.
Well, what if the loved one has some assets in their name, but they've got a low value? Are there any shortcuts or mini probate proceedings that you can go through?
There are a few shortcut proceedings. There's the paycheck method, we call it. There's an affidavit method. There's a petition and order. So there's these shortcuts available depending on what the type of asset it is and the value. But anytime there's real estate owned by the decedent, then you're not going to be able to use a shortcut method, even if that's the only one, and even if it's not of significant value.
Well, what's the best advice that you can give people when they've lost a family member or loved one and they've got to settle all the affairs?
Well, the best advice is to find an attorney that actually specializes in probates and trusts and wills, because you really have to find someone who understands how these assets transfer, what the options are, and how to prevent hiccups down the road.
How do you have that conversation with a family member? Maybe you have older parents or older relatives that you're going to be probably taking care of the affairs once they pass. That's a hard thing to bring up.
It's a very hard thing to bring up. You know, you just have to make sure at some point you have even if it's a theoretical, like, you know, if anything happens to you or something like that, it's important to know just a general idea, you know, where do you guys keep this stuff? And, you know, what do you own? And especially the older generation, you'd be surprised at some of the things that people find when they start looking.
And important for those of us who might think we're not anywhere near the end of our time here, but we should have our affairs in order in terms of have that will, have it filed, all the things. I don't even remember all the things, but Sally can tell you and walk you through all of it.
That's right. That's what I'm here for.
She's trying to walk me through it. It's a very slow process. Sally Babbitt, Babbitt Legal Group. Contact them for more information. Thanks, Sal.